to the DvM Show.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We got episode 34.
34?
Season 2, episode 8.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, man.
34.
Not doing so bad.
Is that 34 or 35?
34.
Nice.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, 34. Sick. I love your notebook. You got everything laid out. You got page for each week, so you can't forget.
With the logo.
With the logo. It's a custom-made book.
Custom book.
We don't offer those, but...
It's just a book with a sticker on it.
Yeah. We can hook you up with a sticker, though.
Yeah, we have too many because nobody fucking wants them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man.
I thought they'd go like hotcakes, but obviously
No,
not.
Obviously not. They're free fucking stickers.
What up, homies?
Anyway. You're joined by yours truly, the Sir Dick.
Nice.
And Captain Myke.
Captain.
You're a knight, I'm a captain, same shit.
All right, sounds good.
And we are here for another week.
Another week.
How you been?
I've been good. Nothing to report except for how clean this floor is.
Yeah, you did some cleaning in here, didn't you?
Yeah, I had no choice. I ran into a situation.
What do you mean?
So notice how there's no music gear behind you. So I'm not going to show everyone in the watching the video because this is not worth panning the camera. But we had a gig,
Uh-huh.
and then when we came back from the gig, we were putting all the stuff back up here. I pulled up the car, opened the hatch, and took a leak outside by the trees.
Mm.
And then I went to grab the first thing and
feel
walked
like
up.
That part could have been left out, but...
No, because that's where the occurrence started.
Oh, okay.
I walked up here into this room
Yeah.
with a buddy behind me. And I walked through this room, moved some stuff out of the way to make sure there was a path to put all the stuff down, and I walked out of the room.
Okay.
And then as I was getting towards the staircase, buddy started walking up and said, "Hey, did you step in dog shit?" And so I stepped in Doggy Doo Doo outside.
And tracked it all the way through the
tracked
carpet.
it all the way through the carpet. Didn't even know it was on my shoe until I got through here, walked back out down the stairs.
What, did they notice footprints coming up the stairs or something like that?
Yeah. And I was so fucking mad, bro. I had like, I lost all my patience for everything. Now, mind you, this is like 9 or 10 o'clock at night too.
You have patience?
I have no patience.
Yeah, I know you don't.
But I didn't have any extra patience to give on this day. So yeah, walked up here, dog shit, came out, didn't notice, and there was just stains all over the carpet.
Attaboy.
So if you look at it, you can't really see them now. You can see some spots, but we're going to be doing a deep clean on the weekend.
You're going to rent one of those like water vacuum thingies?
I did that already.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to get like proper carpet cleaners and like the compounds that help pick up stuff and just do like pull all the shit to one half, clean the shit out of that, and put the stuff back on the other half. See, the safe space is right where we are. This table, like I didn't walk behind it. I walked like on this side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really low on the patience there that day, and
Jesus.
I had to go to the grocery store. Apparently, they rent out carpet cleaners. Yeah.
Really?
So I rented a carpet cleaner, a steam cleaner.
Mm.
I got a vacuum up here, got a carpet cleaning compound. I went to town for like 4 hours, just going back and forth, cleaning the shit out of it, literally. And
oh my God.
yeah, it was not fun. Mopped up the stairs.
You're a fucking disaster.
Oh my God, yeah, it was bad. Oh, on a side note, not even this morning, my dad came to like tell me something. He woke up a bit early, came to tell me something. Apparently he stepped in some cat puke in the basement. So my life has just been full of people stepping in shit.
And shit and stuff that's not supposed to be coming out of your body. I'm not socialing. I'm looking up some stuff that'll be discussed later.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
A little late on that bus. So yeah, I stepped in dog poop, tracked it through the fucking DvM studio, and now it's cleaner. But since I did that, I'm going to take the opportunity and do a proper cleaning. We're going to do surfaces, walls, dusting. I put some bug traps around just in case any insects got attracted in here, a few mouse traps. What are you looking up?
Just looking up stuff to talk about later.
You already have a huge list. We don't need any more stuff.
Well, no, this is on my list. I'm just getting some specifics so that I don't sound like a dumbass when I talk about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, so that was my experience. And, you think as an experienced dog owner, you'd know when there's shit on your shoe.
How are you supposed to know when there's shit on your shoe? Do you have feelings in your shoes?
It was a hunk.
That was a good hunk. Eh?
It was a good hunk. When I stepped down the stairs, a bit of it scraped off, and there was just I'm not going to go into those details to make the, not in front of the kids, Pumbaa.
Oh, God.
But so that's what you missed this weekend.
So your weekend was shitty then.
It was super super shitty. It was full of dog shitty.
Yeah, not too upset that I missed it, I guess.
No.
Could have been me.
Could have been, but it wasn't.
And then you would have been even more mad if it was somebody else.
Yeah, if it was someone else, I would have lost it. Honestly, it would have been one of those hypocritical situations where I was like, "Fuck you guys!
How could you do this?
How did you make that
like
fucking
it was on purpose?" Yeah.
Like if you break a glass, like a cup in your house, opposed to your dad breaking a cup in the house, your dad just gets mad at himself. But if you do it, he gets mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
it's the standard, isn't it?
It's the standard.
It's what we go through, and it's what we'll put our family through when we're older too.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
It's the circle of life.
Yell at your kids.
Yeah, oh my God.
So that was my weekend.
Wow.
How about you? Any updates from you from interesting stuff? Can you top that?
I did a bike trip. That was pretty cool.
Where'd you go?
So from here, I went down to Oshawa.
The Schwa.
For a bike meet, a bike barbecue.
Nice.
Hung out with some peeps. And then rode from Oshawa to the Scarborough Town Center for a food truck festival.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was dope. I got some pretty sick foods. And then some cookies.
Any cheese on them?
No. Well, actually, yes. I had it was called the Incredibly Vegan Burger.
Oh, so it was like vegan cheese.
It was a Beyond Meat burger, unfortunately, but it had
Unfortunately.
It was actually decent.
I heard that those are the best ones.
It didn't taste like a burger, but it didn't taste like a veggie burger. You know what I mean? Like it tasted strange.
Like a hunk of protein?
Yeah.
Or
kinda.
beans and
something.
mushrooms?
I don't know what it was, but it tasted good anyway. And it had vegan cheese on it. And vegan mayo.
Oh, wow. You got the whole fix.
I got the full experience.
Yeah, nice.
It wasn't bad. Can't complain. And then we rode from Scarborough back here. So overall, I didn't learn from the last time. I sunburnt the piss out of my neck and arms again.
How vibrating was your bum?
Riding down Ellesmere.
I don't know what that is.
It's a street
Okay.
on the way to Scarborough.
Okay.
I would have rather ridden on like the test tracks with the bumps and shit. Because I think my tailbone is in 8 pieces from all the potholes and shit.
8 pieces specifically.
Specifically 8.5 pieces.
8.5.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting breakdown.
Yeah, it was no good. I was paraplegic a little bit. And other than that, I didn't do much. And then I've just been working.
That's good.
I don't have a very interesting life these days.
No.
No poo.
I still haven't had a chance to upload the videos of the last 2 episodes. Because I only got back Monday. Tuesday I had some plans, and here we are, Wednesday night.
We've been busy, but it's all good.
I'm going to catch up like tonight and tomorrow night and this weekend. And 3 episodes are going to be uploaded to YouTube at once for all you wonderful video watchers. There's a few. I don't remember what the view counts are, but they're getting there.
Not bad.
They're getting
there. Why don't we touch on new toys that we've each got recently?
Oh, yeah.
That we've both been...
Dude.
Okay, so...
Sorry, I hit the table.
I'm going to go first because it's the least interesting, I would think. But essentially, me and Dick both got... Dick and I both went out and splurged and got Logitech G27 race wheels.
Yep, for PC.
With
so
the shifter, everything.
Yeah, for driving simulators.
And you've been playing more racing stuff.
Yes.
And I have already put almost 20 hours in 3 days on American Truck Sim. I've had the game.
It's the most like redneck shit I've ever heard.
I've had the game since like Monday at 1 a.m.
So like for 3 days.
Like not even, because I've been working Monday and Tuesday.
But you have almost 20 hours clocked.
But I have almost 20 hours clocked, and I have like almost 4,000 miles on my brand new truck.
You might as well just get into trucking.
I might as well.
Right? Like
looks like decent money.
Yeah, probably. And you've clocked enough hours to be like, yeah, I can do it.
You know what? Well, I mean, I don't know how to do the actual high-low stuff. So the way that they do it,
it's just a little trigger.
I know it is, but like, do you go 1 and then low 1, or do you have to go like all the way through and then flip it to high and back to?
So it depends if you are hauling. So I don't have a lot of experience with big rigs, but I drove a.
You used to drive the flatbed.
The flatbed at work. So
that didn't have high low though, did it?
It did have high low. So it was a 12 speed if you want to get technical, but it was a 6 high, 6 low. So the 6 low you start out when you're hauling like a heavy load, because we used to work in the stones, so that was always a heavy load.
So you let's say you have a bed full, you would start in one low.
Yeah.
And then you go one low, two low,
three low, 4, 5, 6.
And then you'd switch to high if you needed more speed.
Or you would switch to high when you get to that point. Now, I never actually drove it on the road. I only drove it in the yard. But when it was empty, you could just start in high.
Yeah.
But that's like anything with a high low. Like the low is for hauling loads. I don't know if you need to go all the way through 1 to 6. I'm not going to pretend to be experienced like that.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
But you could probably skip a lot of gears too, depending on the load. Like you'd start in 1, but you could probably go to 2 and then skip to 4.
I usually, when I'm hauling in the game, I'll start in 2. Just because 1, I'm like, literally, it's like, and then I'm switching already. So I just like start in 2, get a good little takeoff, do my turn. You have to do full, like that game though. It's one of those games where the graphics are nice, but they're not fantastic.
Right.
So,
it's more about the simulation.
It's not about the quality. It's about the content.
I know what you're trying to say, but
it's not quality, it's quantity.
It's not the quantity of the quality of the visuals, it's the quality of the
It's down to the nitty-gritty shit of the fact that like you can open your windows in the truck and like the engine noise and the road noise gets louder and you can hear your Jake brakes more. Like when you're turning, the wheel will like vibrate. Like when you go over the rumble strips, the whole thing shakes.
Okay.
When you're about to stall, the whole thing shakes.
Okay.
You can get speeding tickets. You can get red light tickets. You can roll through stop signs and get pulled over.
So you really got to like see ahead and plan.
People will cut you off. People will pull out in front of you.
So like really, really simulated.
If you're running their ass, they will brake check your ass. And it's happened to me before. And then I drove right into them and I had to fucking pay for it.
So you like earn money as you haul, and then you like
pick up jobs. So you buy your own truck, and then you can pick up jobs, and you'll have to like drive to where the trailer is, back the trailer in, mount it, get it all set up, turn your air brakes off, fucking take off out of the yard, and get there in a certain time. There's an expected. If you damage the cargo, you lose money. If you're there late, you lose money.
Wow.
Not to mention, throughout the entire trip, you need to be monitoring your fuel and how much rest you have. Because if you get to a certain point where you're too tired, your guy will literally doze off and the screen goes black while the truck is still driving.
No shit.
And then you'll just like, the screen will come back and you're in the middle of the fucking woods. Like,
that actually sounds like really cool.
You have normal horn, fog horn. You have to turn your lights on. You have to turn signal.
Oh my God.
It's insane. It's down to the point where you can load music into the game files and then use the radio in your truck and adjust the volume and everything like that as well.
Oh my God.
You have
sounds awesome.
You can play multiplayer with your buds, and you'll pass each other on the highway. You guys can drive the same route. You'll just be following each other. And while you're in a convoy, while you're in multiplayer, you can also use the ham radio and talk to each other, or
like the CB radio.
The CB radio, and talk to each other, and it comes through like a I-94, and it's fucking awesome.
All right,
it's too much fun.
I'll try it out.
So I've just been playing with a buddy of mine. We've just every fucking night basically.
All right, I'm gonna get it and try it.
Just ripping through the gears.
I'm like obsessed with the simulator. Like it's
you've been playing what, like Dirt, and
I've been playing Dirt Rally 2.0 or whatever that one you told me to get a few months ago, and then I've been playing Project Cars 2. So Project Cars, I think, is the like #1 racing simulator.
I think iRacing isn't it?
That's the one I forgot about. I don't think I have that.
It's on sale on Steam right now for like $6.
So I haven't played online yet, but it's either iRacing or it's Project Cars. I think it's Project Cars, where they have like a really tight community. And if you're an asshole driver when you're playing online with other racers, if you break rules or you cut people off, you're hitting people, like they'll actually ban you from the game.
Wow.
Like it's all about like having proper
real sim racing. Yeah. I mean, those are half of those guys that are actually getting into the fact where they're banning you are probably the ones that spent like $4,000 on a fucking full race wheel with like a Recaro seat and everything.
Which
like
I
that,
want to do now.
I know you do, but I've seen them. They're insanely expensive.
Yeah.
Not to mention our wheels are already decently like expensive. Not even decently expensive. I think they're expensive, but like then you look at the actual sim ones and they're like $2,000 just for the wheels and the pedal, and then the shifter's another like.
So you can spend an easy like $20,000 on a proper driving simulator setup with like the whole frame and having like the either Oculus Rift, like the VR, or like the full like 30-inch ultra wide curved monitor. And then some people put like fans on them too, like little turbo fans. They blow air in their face, and then you can have like speakers like surround sound, like 5 or 7.1.
Dude, I'm almost at the point now where I'm getting so into this, and not to mention the expected arrival November 10th for Forza Horizon 5.
Right, that's coming.
Which is coming. I will be purchasing that on the first day. I'll probably be pre-purchasing it.
Yeah.
But I honestly, what I've seen with Truck Sim, just because right now I'm using the wheel, the shifter, and the pedals.
Right.
Like full 10-speed shifting with the splitter and everything.
Okay.
And then like what I've seen people do, because there's so many extra buttons for like air brake, turning on Jake brakes, like your trailer brake, your retarder, like everything. You have like fucking everything to do. So you're using the wheel, and yes, our wheels have 3 buttons on each side, the 4 and then another 4, plus the D-pads and all that stuff. Like you have buttons, but it's still not enough. So what I do right now is I have my wheel, my shifter, and then sideways across I have my keyboard, which still has shit that I'm doing on that.
Oh,
like
so you
my
need
air
to get
brakes
like almost
and,
like a Stream Deck or something.
That's what I was looking at, because that's what people have done is they get the big Stream Decks, and then they have like the icons for like air brake and all that stuff on it, and they're just like, you can use the Stream Deck for that.
That's actually cool.
So I'm definitely going to be getting a stand, because of the way that it is. I thought my chair was a little bit more stiff, and it was, in terms of pushing on the pedals and rolling backwards.
Okay.
But I did have to take the wheels off my chair completely.
Oh, it's to like make sure you didn't actually
So it's just planted on the ground, but I'm still using the racing bucket and everything. Like I got a nice comfortable position. I do want the shifter to be a little lower and more in a better driving position. And with the stand, I'll be able to actually distance my wheel a little bit, because in order to actually be close enough to the monitor and to the pedals to reach it, my wheel is like here.
Right.
And it's not like the wheel is not great, and the shifter is like up here, so it's
so that's the one thing too. Like having the wheel at the table and the shifter right here didn't work for me. So I ended up getting like a little stool, like a shorter one, like probably like yay high, and I also have a lounge sort of chair. You know the chair that's in the corner of my basement? Yeah. That wooden one with the black sofa, like the cushions.
So that's what you're driving on.
I put that in my room with like 2 pillows to lift me up at the right height. I put the shifter down low on a stool, like where it would be in a car, and then my steering wheel's still on my desk, but it's a little bit too high.
Nice, but it's still dope though. I mean, I've already I got another shift knob coming in.
You can swap it out.
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit.
So it doesn't screw on like an actual manual car. So what it is it fits on with like a rubber sleeve, but most shifters will come with that when you get it. Okay. So basically, you just pop the top cap off and unscrew the screw, and you can take the whole ball off, and then you just like slide it on with a rubber sleeve, and it fits on there. So I've got like a nice like pistol grip Browning truck handle coming in.
That's actually hilarious.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I've been playing Project Cars a lot. But the thing with Project Cars is it's like a big game, and it is a racing simulator. So like to do one race takes over an hour, because you have to go through the steps. You can skip them, but it's really just part of the experience. So the first step is half an hour of practice laps.
Well, you're doing your learning the track and I guess all that stuff, right?
Then after that's done, you have 15 minutes of qualifying laps. Yeah. So now at that point, you're trying to go as fast as you can around the track. Yeah. And then after that, it's the race, which is usually about 6 laps, depending on the course. So far, I'm sure when I get into the further in the game, there'll be like actual endurance laps that are like, like 100 laps or whatever, like 150, 200 miles. But it's also realistic to the point where the last race I did, the practice and the qualifying laps were in the rain. And then the actual race was not. So I was getting my corners perfect, like sliding through them in the rain and everything, and like my timing was pretty decent. Yeah. And then you start the race and you're on a dry tarmac, and all the shortcuts you learned are out the window. Yeah. And then like halfway through that race, it started raining, but not as heavy as the qualifying. So it was like, it's so in depth. You have your truck simulator, you have fuel wear, so your fuel actually can go to 0, so you can stop in the middle of the track. You if you go like off course or hit a wall, you get like penalized for it. If you jump the start, like in most racing games, it doesn't let you actually drive until the green light.
Yeah, this one will.
This one lets you, and you can get penalized for that. your tires get hot and the pressure changes depending on how hot they get, and the wear comes down. Damage is literally like to the T. If you like grind a gear, your transmission's kind of fucked for the rest of the race. Like, I love it. Dirt's a lot of fun too.
Dirt, I noticed, does that as well. Like if you're grinding gears, like you're trying to fit it in, if your clutch isn't pushed in enough, it's just like
yeah,
and you're just like trying to fucking.
Yeah.
But now you play, what's it called? Project Cars 2. Now we were comparing that to iRacing.
Yes, I haven't played that yet.
Which I know I was talking to a friend of mine who sold me the wheel, and he plays iRacing. So he ended up, because he's got a PS4, he bought the wheel that we have now, which isn't compatible with a PS4. So he had to get the newest one.
Right.
And I ended up getting his. But he plays iRacing, and we were talking about Project Cars and Corsa Assetto. Assetto Corsa. And he was saying, like, in iRacing, that's why he picks that one, because it's literally to the T where a lot of people won't play it just because it's too much.
Yeah.
Like, where if you go off course on the grass, like, your tires, you will not have traction.
Right.
Gravel, if they're dusty, you basically, like, you might as well just drive right to the pit. You have to change your tires because like you will not be able to move.
See, I think they have that a bit in Project Cars, but I think they may have reduced it a little bit.
That one is like
it also depends on which car you're driving. So like you can start off in Project Cars, like, so they bring you up, so you can start at all low level racing. So it's like mini Indy or like go karts and stuff like that. So I started with like the junior Indy or whatever it's called. So the cars don't go like past like 180, like I want to say kilometers, maybe like 200 kilometers an hour. So
that's
it's not
still
a lot
fucking fast.
Yeah, but on a racetrack, it's like mini Indy or like.
So are they Indy cars or are you?
They're like Indy cars, but they don't have like the big spoilers on them.
Mm.
So they're like the little ones that you see. Like that's like the next step. Like when you start as a kid go-karting, this would be like the next one.
Okay, so it's not quite like the Indy that goes through Toronto.
No, because those are V8s.
So this is just like a little 4-cylinder.
It's probably a 4-cylinder. Yeah. But I haven't actually looked into it that much.
Is it realistic to the fact where if you're not going fast, you're not going to have any traction? Like you need to be fucking gunning it?
It's not that type of car. That's Formula 1 and Indy.
Okay.
Where if you don't have enough speed, you lose traction. Yeah. Okay. I remember, I forget which driver was talking about it. He's like, yeah, it's less safe to drive these cars slow.
Well, yeah, I remember because who was it Jeremy or was it Hammond that drove the Formula 1 car on Grand Tour? On Top Gear?
I don't remember.
One of them drove on Top Gear and they were scared, obviously, because you have to book it like 200 kilometers an hour through a turn on those things. And he kept not going that fast because he was pussying out. Yeah. And the guy keeps going like, you're going to crash and hurt yourself if you do not speed up.
You have to go fast.
You have to go fast.
And let the spoilers take care of the downforce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's fun.
It's going to be it's like comes down to the same thing that I was told when I was learning how to ride a motorcycle, where everyone was like, you need to lean. It's going to feel like you're going to tip over, but I swear to God, you're not.
Yeah.
Because like you can't turn the handlebars while you're moving.
Going, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane though. But I've been having, you should get Truck Simulator and come in convoy with me and my buddy.
All right. I will, I'll buy it like this weekend and we'll play like sometime in the weekend.
It's only like $28 and it's 7 gigabyte game. Like
so it's not that bad.
No. I downloaded it in like 14 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
And I can run it on Ultra, no problem.
Okay. Well, you have a better setup than me,
but my buddy's playing it on 1 under Ultra with a 780, a GTX 780.
Okay. So I can probably do full.
You're good.
All right.
You're good, buddy. But yeah, no, it's like, and you customize, like you have to upgrade your engine, you upgrade your fuel tanks, you can upgrade, you can change the transmission from a 10 speed to a 10 speed with a retarder to a 13 speed to a 21 speed. A retarder just, it's like slows you down basically. It's kind of like another engine brake.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about it. I'm still learning. Every time I find something new that I don't have in the truck, I'll ask my buddy because he knows how to drive a truck. Like him and his father are both truck drivers.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's like, and he got his dad to play that game.
Yeah, you were showing me the picture.
And I was showing you the picture, and his dad apparently was getting pissed off because like you stall like real, and he kept like, it's a little bit to get used to, especially with the fake pedals and all that stuff. But he's like, he was stalling. I was actually like hanging out with my buddy, like we were driving down the freaking, I think we were driving like down like I-10 in Arizona, like together. And I'm going like, dude, you know we have to exit here, right? And he's cooking it like 80 miles an hour on the freaking interstate.
Jesus.
And just cranks the wheel to try to make the exit. And you just see the truck just go, just roll like 8 times.
So it like, you can't do that.
Oh yeah, like it's insane.
I'm looking forward to it.
Jackknifing, if you
if you brake too hard and
if
stuff like that.
you like just cut a corner a little bit tight, like instead of like scraping the trailer, like if it catches a little edge, it's stopping your truck and you're stalling and like everything. I've stalled on hills. I've rolled back into people. Like it's fun. It's a good time.
All right. Well, you sold me.
Which is weird because he told me, he's like, I got American Truck. Like, I'm only buying a gaming PC because I want to play American Truck Simulator. And I go, the fuck kind of point is that? And I'm making fun of him. I go, why the fuck do you want to get a PC to drive?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, just go for a drive. Like, he has a manual truck and he has a semi at his house as well. I go, go for a fucking drive. And then I played it. And before I had the wheel, I just learned how to play with the keyboard.
Oh, that's tough.
So like gas, brake, steering, everything is just with the keyboard and you're using the mouse to look around and everything. But like apparently with the webcam on, you can set up head tracking, eye tracking and everything. So like when you do this, it'll look.
Really?
Like it's fucking insane. I honestly might get the what's it called?
The Oculus?
I might get an Oculus.
The VR?
I might get VR. Because that would be dope. Because then I can turn off the artificial side mirrors and use my real mirrors.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
You don't have 3 monitors, do you?
I have 2 monitors.
So I haven't figured it out yet, but apparently you can set up the 3-monitor display. I don't think my graphics card can handle it for the racing games, but maybe for that one I could do it.
Maybe.
Does it have it? Do you know if it allows it in that game?
That one does, yeah.
All right. Sold.
Yeah, man.
I'm buying it tonight.
Because I was torn between to get American or Euro Truck because they have Euro Truck Simulator too.
Well, those are smaller, right?
They're full size, but they're mostly cab overs in the UK still.
What does that mean?
The cab overs, so the ones that are like the flat nose and the engine is like underneath where your seat is, basically instead of like in front of you like the American trucks, right?
Yeah, they need to conserve their space.
But like at this point, I've changed the stacks. I put better tires. I've upgraded my.
engine.
Is
it all within the same game?
What?
Is this 2 different games or is it within
Euro
the same
Truck
game?
and American Truck are different.
2 separate games.
They're separate games. Yes. They have Euro Truck Simulator 2 out right now.
Oh,
I don't know if they're going to do
a second one.
I don't know.
They've been around for a while.
Oh yeah. Have you not seen people streaming and they'll pull dashboards out of trucks, set them up with working gauges and everything. I don't know how you would go about doing all that shit. Like you'd have to do some serious fucking wiring and stuff. Yeah. But like they have like speedos, they light up like everything, and they have like a real wheel from a truck,
like the big
that's
fucker.
Mounted onto the console behind the dash and everything. Like it's fucking insane.
That is extra.
And on Amazon,
extra.
If you really want to get into it, you can buy. It's like $160 though, but it's for the Logitech race wheels, and it's a bolt-on shifter that has the high-low switch and the full like splitter, everything like a real truck.
That's insane. How does it know that it's the high-low button? Is it like another plug?
It's a USB-C plug, so you would hook that shifter up as well, and then everything is working with a high-low switch and everything. It's like insane. It's the amount of shit you can do is crazy. And I made fun of him for so long that I played it and I'm like, I don't know why I'm enjoying this so much because I'm literally just driving on the highway for 4 fucking hours, but it's so entertaining.
I honestly believe it. I do. And
I didn't believe him too when he said like you can literally teach yourself how to drive manual with that game. And like
probably, yeah.
Me driving because I haven't driven manual since I was like 16, 17 years old. And like driving and like stalling out and all this stuff, like now I'm getting the hang of like full clutch and shift and everything and feathering the clutch when you're going up the hills and getting started. And
yeah, the only thing I was saying to you before we started the episode is I wish they had like feedback on the clutch pedal, because if they had feedback on the clutch pedal, because the steering wheel has feedback, but it'd be nice to like feel the rumble. Well, it not or catching.
The higher up ones do. Like once you get into the Thrustmasters and all that stuff,
but then you're paying like thousands of bucks.
Yeah, right. Like if you're paying $400 for a wheel, they're not going to make it that good.
I was happy to spend less than $200 on a used one.
I got mine for $50.
It's a steal.
I know.
That's a steal of a deal. You can barely buy the Xbox 360 with just a gas and a brake for that much.
I know.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Your buddy likes you.
He does. We're good buddies. He's going to listen to this. Thank you.
Yeah,
he's got the full like everything though as well, where he's got
Yeah.
like the mounting seat with the race bucket and the wheel mounted and everything, like he's like lying down on his PS4.
See, I just want to get a Spark or a Recaro seat for like my car, and I was looking them up, and
You
like,
could
you
prob-
can't find them for like less than $500 in good
You could
shape.
probably go to a scrapyard and find an old car that had Recaros. Like I know the Sentra SERs had.
I'm talking about like just straight Recaro, like street style racing seats. So they have like, they're not like the racing ones where you sit in there and the buckets come like all the way up to
No,
your
I
feet.
know the what's it called? Like I know there's a lot of Sentra SERs, the old the
Like-
3 gens back, and they came with lava red Recaro racing seats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could probably go and find one of those with the rails on it still.
probably buy that car
Slap
for
it right
cheaper
in.
than like most Recaros come.
Yeah. That's what I'm
And I just
saying.
have to get the mounting hardware for my car, and then I got Recaros in my daily.
You could put lava red Recaros in your white car. That'd be dope actually.
Yeah, it would be.
White with red leather interior with
Yeah.
red interior. Man. Okay. Moving on though from this, because I'm sure nobody wants to hear us talk about video games.
We spent half an hour on talking about dog shit and simulated driving.
Yeah, really, eh? But we can stick on the driving because something a little bit exciting for me and you has just recently come out.
Yes.
What came out, Dick?
Lamborghini has announced that they are remaking the Countach.
All right, so that's what I was pulling up specs for. So right now they're calling it the Countach LPI 804.
I love Lamborghini's trim models. They
It's
just
called
don't
a
make any sense.
Countach LPI 800-4.
What does that mean?
So I don't know what it means, but essentially
So what is it, LPI?
LPI 800-4.
So I wonder if the 800 like means it's it just went away.
I opened the picture.
But so I've seen a couple guys render the picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 versions there.
No, that's the old one next to the big one.
let me see it.
Like that's the old one driving next to the new one.
Ah, I see.
So there's
see.
minor differences. Essentially, the new one kind of looks.
There's a lot of differences.
The new one kind of looks like a Murcielago with different taillights and shit.
Kind of like it has like the thin headlights and stuff. I probably will forget to add a photo to it, but I recommend people look it up. I saw a render. So the side vents in the doors are black on that one.
Mm.
And then a couple other things and the rims and whatever. So some guy did a render and he changed the side vents to white, changed the wheels to the old 5-hole ones, like the rims. He put like the Countach spoiler on it because it doesn't come with that spoiler.
Well, not all Countaches even before came with the spoiler.
I know, but this guy rendered a photo with it on there, and it looks so cool.
Oh, dude. But
Change
listen,
the taillights too.
these specs. So it is a hybrid supercar as well.
So what drives it?
So
Like,
the two numbers.
like electric at slow
it's
speeds?
approximately 802 horsepower.
So that's where the 800 comes from.
The Countach is V12 6.5 liter engine
That's not big.
and a 48 volt electric motor.
I don't know what that
Output
means.
together, as well as the fact that it has 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
Does 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds and 0 to 124 miles per hour in just under 9. Top speed is
Sorry, say those again.
so it does 0 to 60 in under 3
Okay.
and 0 to
That's not
120
chill.
and 0 to 124 miles in just under 9 seconds.
That's not chill at all.
And it has a maximum speed 221 miles an hour and maximum torque of 531 foot-pounds.
So it's a very tame vehicle. Like my Civic.
Oh, yeah,
can
it's small.
keep up with it. The
Small.
Civic I don't have.
Oh yeah.
That's fucked.
That's
Like,
yeah,
that's-
it's
that is huge.
8.4-inch touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay integration and button-labeled style. Pressing it explains the Countach's design philosophy to its privileged audience.
Wait, what?
They're only making 112 units of this.
Oh, so how much are they going for?
It does not have a price
It
yet.
doesn't have a price yet. I'm guessing if they're only making 112, they're gonna come out at like $4 million,
They're going to be pretty fucking stupid, I think.
or at least like
Hybrid,
at least like 2 million each.
This for powertrain is mounted lengthwise towards the back of the supercar, and the fact that it's hybrid, so it's longitudinal.
What?
It's got a longitudinal
I don't
posterior.
know what that means.
So the whole powertrain is mounted lengthwise.
Like if this was the car, it's this way.
Yeah,
Like normal.
yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
I think that's how they normally are,
Yeah, usually I think.
because they are. Most Lamborghinis are all-wheel drive, like
Yeah.
modern ones.
But yeah, it's gonna be insane. It looks good. Hopefully,
It looks real sharp.
Hopefully you
I
remember
really-
to put a picture.
I'll try my best.
But
to
otherwise,
remember.
go Google it. It looks dope.
Yeah, like
essentially, I think they
did
said
take the right classic styles from it.
I think they said they used the same chassis as the Aventador, which is why it looks similar to other Lamborghinis, but then they just changed everything else.
Right.
But
like it does look sharp.
It looks awesome.
Like for bringing back the old style to the modern style, like they did blend it really well. I'm very happy with it. I wish I could afford one.
A lot of companies are doing the old throwbacks now. Even Nissan with the new the what do they call it? 340? The 360Z? What are they calling it?
370?
I don't think they're calling it a 370 though.
350?
They're calling it some,
I know what you're talking about. They're making the Fairlady.
The new Z, right?
The new Z that's
which is it looks like a mixture of the old and the new one together.
Like the late 70s one.
Yeah, it's got like the flat
Fairlady.
The flat squared back
end and like the long nose.
The long nose with the long headlights and everything like that. It looks really cool.
That is looking cool.
Now it's going to have a twin turbo V6.
Nissan has been teasing old style cars for a long time. Like they were going to do the 510.
Yeah.
Here, use this. My coffees, use that as a coaster. Yeah, they were gonna do like a 510 remake or like the racing edition with like the red and blue and white paint job.
Okay.
But they never released it, I don't think. And it looked really cool.
I mean, like, I just kind of wish they would take some time and fix their CVT transmissions before they made a new Z. But
because they're making race cars and not worried about the consumers like you.
Where is the consumer? That's where the money is.
I know, but they also have to do something for the kids.
If their car wasn't a disaster, if their transmissions weren't a disaster, they'd probably sell very well.
Probably. They just got to ditch the CVT.
They don't need to ditch the CVT. They just got to fix it because Honda uses a CVT, Toyota uses a CVT, Subaru uses a CVT, Mini uses a CVT, Jeep uses a CVT. They all use CVTs now, and they don't have problems. I drove a Jeep for the last company I worked with. My work car was a Jeep Patriot. It was like a 2009.
Oh, like way back.
Yeah. It had a CVT in it, or a 2011 maybe. Had a CVT.
Yours?
The thing had, no, not mine. The work car.
Right.
And it had almost 300,000 kilometers still in the original transmission.
That's not bad.
The thing drove beauty.
I'm not even a fan of Jeeps, but I can get behind that.
Yeah. It was dumpster fire on gas because it's like driving a concrete box.
Yeah.
But, like, goddamn. You know what I learned actually a couple days ago?
What?
2 nights ago?
You learned something.
The Wrangler.
Yeah.
For 1 year came in a V8.
Really?
Like 2019.
I thought that was just a thing. I thought it was a 6 or an 8 and that was it.
No, you can get a 4 or a 6.
Oh.
They have a turboed 4, turbo 2 liter, or a 3.6 liter 6.
Wow. So that's the same. Yeah, that's a typical Dodge engine. 3.6 is everything.
Yeah. They used to be the 3.7s.
Like back in the day.
My Liberty was a 3.7.
Wow.
But now they use the 3.6 that was in everything, the high output, whatever it is, right? But yeah.
That's a fast engine though.
I mean, I think most people are going for the 2 liter turbo.
Well, it's more economic.
More economic. It actually pulls more
those
as
people
well.
Are not
it's the same
actually
as like the
going
EcoBoosts.
off-road.
Yeah. Nobody goes off-road. It's a freaking...
You need the raw power of the V6 to do that kind of stuff.
It's a white mom car now.
Oh, like the big ones, you mean?
The Wranglers. How many... You drive through Woodbridge. It's just full of white fucking Wranglers.
Really?
Yeah. And Grand Cherokees.
I was going to say, Grand Cherokee makes sense. The big fucking gigantic SUVs.
Have you seen... I watched a video of somebody doing an interior walkthrough and an exterior walkthrough of the new Grand Wagoneers.
Drawn a blank, but I want to say yes. I'm going to look it up real quick.
So the interior, so the front is like the Escalades where it's screen all the way to like basically
from your Grand Wagoneer.
From your Speedo to the end of where the screen would usually be in the middle of the dash.
So like a huge screen.
Giant screen with everything in it.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen this.
You can get it in a 7-liter V8. Because Murica, why not?
Can you actually get it with the wood panel on the side?
Yep.
Or is that just someone rendering that?
You can get it with the wood panel on the side.
I hate it so much that I don't hate it.
They're like $140,000 to start.
That's ridiculous.
But
that's like an Escalade. It is an Escalade, right? Like
basically, yes. It's essential. No, well, it's not an Escalade because an Escalade is GM. But
sorry. So it would be like the Expedition. No, wait. What are we talking about? What is
Jeep? Is Dodge Mopar. So it'd be like a Dodge Durango, but it's not. Yeah. The Durango is not even close to that nice.
What's the big fucker?
It'd be like Durango? A Chrysler. Chrysler doesn't even have one. They have. No, this is like their nicest thing.
Okay.
But the back seat, all of their climate control, their TV control, their radio control, all of that stuff is also on a screen mounted in between the two back seats.
Okay,
like it's a touch screen and everything.
I'm gonna look at the interior right now.
It's gorgeous.
Once this slow
it's
webs.
It's absolutely stunning.
I'm not getting it. Oh wow, that's a big fucking, like, everything's so big. Why does it gotta be gigantic?
Because it's a Grand Wagoneer.
Oh my goodness, this is insane. Yeah. Oh my god, there's like four touchscreens on the dash.
Yeah, it's
Why do you need that?
The back seat, the fact that the back seat has a touchscreen as well is.
Oh, I'm not seeing the back seat in these photos. But dude,
let me
insane.
see if I can.
Oh,
yeah, here.
I see.
So yeah, look at that.
One in the middle, and then there's two like TV screens on the back of the headrest.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking insane.
Okay. Check that one out too, folks. Grand Wagoneer, 2022.
So that, yeah, they're doing. I mean,
wood panel on the sides. I can't believe it.
So it's starting MSRP for the absolute base model. Base, like nothing on it.
Less touchscreens.
$80,000 Canadian.
Not bad. Yeah.
Or US.
Probably US.
Nope, Canadian.
Oh.
$79,995.
Wow.
Canadian.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna jump on that wagon.
No, not that Wagoneer. But anyway, that's it for car talk.
Yeah.
Let's move on to breaking news.
The news. Yeah.
So you got news?
I got one. It's wholesome.
All right, do it.
I'm just gonna pull up the headline. So and I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The Polish javelin thrower who came second place. She came. So I'll just read the article. Polish Olympian auctions silver medal for infant's heart surgery, but winning bidder won't accept it.
So you're just giving her the money.
Yeah, like giving the kid.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The money. So
very wholesome.
Not even 2 weeks since winning a silver medal at the Tokyo Olympics, Polish javelin thrower Maria Andrzejczyk.
Let me see it.
Andrzejczyk. I'm gonna highlight it so you don't have to look too hard for it. Okay, it's not there. That one.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Why is it? How is a JCZYK makes sense?
Like, I'm just thinking like Czech, but that's CZH-YKLMNOPQRST, whatever. Anyways, Maria, the Polish javelin thrower, came second, put up her medal, her silver medal, to help save an infant's life. On Monday, she announced that she has exceeded her fundraising goal and she's keeping her silver medal thanks to the donor who put her over the top. She announced the auction on Facebook on August 11th, 5 days after securing the silver medal in javelin. She wrote that she chose to raise funds for, another name I'm not going to be able to pronounce, for an 8-month-old boy who needs to travel. Milozek.
Okay.
It's SZ. Okay. Milozek? Czech? Zek? I don't know. An 8-month-old boy who needs to travel from Poland to Stanford University in California to have life-saving heart surgery. She didn't know this kid, but wrote that she knew his cause and was the right choice after reading an online pleas for help from his parents. I believe I'm blocked from reading the rest of it until I subscribe to this news station. But yeah, wholesome news.
That's very wholesome.
Good news. Given everything going on in the world right now, it's happy to hear she gets to keep her medal. And don't mention the donor's name, like the guy
maybe want to stay anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
like, that's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Very nice.
Thank you to everyone that's involved.
Good for
praying
you.
for this kid's life. Hopefully he pulls through. Or I honestly, based on the name, I can't tell if it's a boy or girl. But hopefully the kid pulls through.
I hope so too.
Did I say? I said his. I think
it's probably a boy.
8-month-old boy. Yeah.
Milošek.
So.
Who knows how to say the name, but that's very wholesome. Put me in a good mood.
Yeah, it's good to hear that people doing that shit. The Olympics had a lot of weird stuff going on. It's nice to hear something wholesome like that.
That is super nice.
I will say, just a quick little tangent. The skateboarding was in the Olympics this year. I don't know if I mentioned it last week or not, but the first and second place winners in the females freestyle skateboarding were two Japanese girls. I believe one of them was like 12 years old. Dude,
I thought you had to be 18 to compete.
apparently not. Like the average chick out there doing the freestyle skateboarding was like between the age of 12 and like 19.
What the hell?
I think the oldest one was like 22.
Fucking Asians
like,
do everything better.
These girls, man. Like I was sitting there watching. Like I couldn't do any of this shit when I used to skate. Like I'm saying I was good. I was never good.
You weren't fantastic, but you were good. I remember.
No, like I wasn't that good, but I could never even imagine having the fucking courage. Like these girls are going up vertical ramps, like getting air, like doing like flips and shit, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like,
well, that's why they're in the Olympics, and you're riding through their little
12
town.
years old.
Yeah, I know.
I can hardly stand on my skateboard
I know.
anymore. So,
holy hell!
You know, a lot of people were criticizing how dead the Olympics were this year, but they did not watch skateboarding. I'll say that right now.
Skateboarding was cool. I mean, at least Canada pulled through and got the gold medal in soccer, the women's team.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know what else we got. I didn't keep track of the stats. I just remember
we got some running
dinner.
medals. We got some rowing medals.
I walked upstairs after dinner one day on like the second last day of the Olympics, and my dad had it on, and I was standing there like mesmerized by these girls, man. Like they're insane. Like the guys didn't even do that good.
No,
like they were doing better than the guys were, in my opinion, personally.
Well, that's why they won gold and silver.
But also the funny difference between the girls and the guys, because they're two different divisions. Not a single one of the guys I've seen wearing any pads or helmets.
Yeah, because they don't give a shit.
All the girls, full knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards, helmets, like everything.
Yeah, because they care about their bodies and they want to do it.
This is why women live longer.
Yeah, I know it is. It's 100%.
It's literally why women live longer.
I got a couple newses.
What's your news is?
So I'll do the one small one, and then we can get into a little bit of a talk afterwards. But
can you do me a thing?
Yeah.
You're a good guy. Thank you, sir. Good coffee.
But anyway, so coming at you, AJ, our first OG guest.
Oh, yeah.
New Zealand had one COVID case and went into full nationwide lockdown.
Yeah.
Closed the country off again.
Absolutely, completely.
Good.
No one's allowed to travel.
That's what they should do.
Now, I do agree with this.
Nobody in, nobody out.
I am pretty anti-lockdown, but New Zealand has actually done it. In my opinion, they've done it right.
This is why they've been partying for the entire 3 years, and we've been sitting in our houses getting fat.
They've had concerts.
Playing Truck Sim.
Yeah, right.
What did you do this summer? I put 19,000 miles on a Kenworth W900. Oh yeah, like for real? You got into trucking in my room,
in my bedroom?
Yeah, I do it in my pajamas.
So, they've been able to go to concerts, parties, clubs, bars, outdoor events, indoor events, sporting events, operas, fucking restaurants. I don't know if I missed anything, but they've bowling alleys. Like they've done everything. If you miss, you have to go pick it up. I just cleaned the floor, man. Just cleaned the shit out of the carpet.
That's what I have to say to you.
But even though they did the lockdown, apparently they got 8 cases now.
That's fine. It's going to spread between a couple people.
Right. But
I'm a fucking disaster.
Again? You missed again.
Yes.
You are not a basketball player.
I'm Italian, I know.
Okay.
Very aware of this. But yeah, so good on them. Keeping it.
Yeah, Jacinda's doing all right.
Huh?
She's the prime minister.
Oh,
Jacinda.
really?
I don't remember her last name. But
you're talking about our old buddy.
No. The prime minister of New Zealand is named Jacinda.
Shout outs to our old buddy too, though. If you listen, I doubt it. But
yeah, he hit me up the other day.
What?
He hit me up the other day. He messaged me.
The hubby?
The hubby?
Oh no, AJ.
AJ. Who do you think was talking about?
I thought you were talking about Jacinda's hubby.
No.
When you said he hit me up.
AJ hit me up the other day. He wants to come back.
So you guys might have another Kiwi episode.
Yeah.
More slang. We get to learn more shit.
And it won't be as chopped up as the last one because now we have to do the video. And it's just too much effort to cut it all up like last time. Dude, that was a headache.
I know.
And the problem was no one knows about this last time, but there was a huge delay. So like we would say something, and then before he even answered, we would be on something else, and so I would like chop it up and like replace. I had to like.
It still sounded good.
Conjure conversations.
That was our first guest, and he was literally across the world,
opposite side of the world.
Yeah, which was
now
cool.
We're gonna do it and include the intense delays and the confusion. So,
anyway,
looking forward to it.
Big news one. I know we're gonna keep it pretty vanilla because we don't like touching on serious issues here, but. Federal election has been called for September 20th in Canada.
Yes.
Why? I think he was expecting, COVID's better. It looks like I did something really good. Let me get another 4 years.
Trudeau is expecting, so what the simple explanation is, Trudeau is expecting to get a majority government, which he does not have currently. If he has a majority, if the Liberals have a majority, they have more power in making decisions.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is a lot of things have gone wrong in the past few years, and I won't deep dive into it, but a lot of people are unhappy with him. I will be personally surprised if he gets reelected.
The biggest, well, I mean, at this point, I know they did a small poll, and at this point in time, without any campaigning, it was 33% in favor of Liberal, 32% in favor of Conservative, 17% in favor of NDP.
That's pretty high, the NDP one there.
Yeah. I know it's usually going to change. I wish NDP would come into party. I do like Jagmeet, but he's a little bit too woke to be a prime minister, I think.
Well, he's a socialist.
Yes.
That's their platform.
Yeah. He's a really good guy. He's got good ideas, but he's trying way too hard.
Him and his TikTok thing gets me turned off of.
He's very much, his TikTok is a little bit cringy. His social media presence is a little bit cringy. He's not very professional. He's kind of just trying to do
he's
trends,
he's trying to be too young.
He's marketing to young people.
Trying.
But realistically, I like the fact that he's all for the people, but at the same time, that's not what we need at this point.
It's all an illusion.
I think we need conservatives to swoop in, wipe everything the liberals have done, and start over.
Yeah, I like I like that Aaron O'Toole is the guy because he is pretty progressive.
I don't like Aaron O'Toole all that much, though.
I'm not a fan of any of them, but I like that he's very progressive compared to most of the other potential leaders for that party.
I think if Trudeau gets put back in, it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, well, it's
it won't be a majority like you planned.
The debt,
it absolutely will not.
The debt went over double what it was in the past 4 years versus the past 170
and
years.
Our unemployment has gone up, I think, like 6 or 7%.
Yeah. There's a certain amount of give and take because of COVID.
I know because of COVID, but at the same time now, with our unemployment so low, I really don't think you should be welcoming more refugees. I understand
200,000 or
200,000, which is
huge.
I understand their country is a disaster right now, and like I know we both said we're not going to touch on it really because we don't. We're going to keep it short, but like obviously thoughts and prayers are going out over to Afghanistan. Yeah. It is a complete mess over there right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shithole.
And it's good to help, but there's other ways we can help without completely fucking our country a little bit more.
Yeah, like we don't have
the room and the jobs right now to be getting another 200,000 people.
Yeah,
we really don't.
It's gonna be an interesting transition. I'm riding it out. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm not gonna voice any opinions until I see some results, I should say.
I'm more upset with the US in that sense.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that like how many people they've put there and lost their lives fighting for the progress that they had made, and then all of a sudden now they're like
20 years of progress.
Biden's just like it's not a national priority right now. We don't really give a shit if they're not willing to fight for themselves and they're on their own.
Yeah, 20 years of progress kind of out the window in a sense.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I mean, you know what? Everybody thinks that like people aren't reading into it all that much, and they're not doing anything violent with innocent people at this point. They took their government back.
That's not true.
They're not. They haven't killed any innocent people yet.
They have.
Have they?
Yeah. But we're not going to dive into this.
Okay, we're not diving into it. But anyway, they did change a bunch of things, so they're keeping like women's rights and everything to a point. They are able to drive still, and they're able to get educations up to university degree. Yes, they are.
Whatever you hear on the news, don't believe it.
Okay. But
anyways,
we're going to move on from that. We got some birthdays.
How do we transition to that? How do we transition to that?
We just transitioned.
From what was the last thing?
We were talking about the election.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Because we're not going to get into that.
I know track of my
me and you could go on for hours and hours about the election and shit, but we're not going to do that. So
that could be a Patreon thing.
Moving to birthdays. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So, date that this will hopefully be released, August 19th, even if it may be a little bit late. It will be the 18th, tomorrow.
It'll be... Today's the 18th.
19th, sorry.
It's not 19th tomorrow.
It'll be August the 19th.
The audio will be out.
The audio will be out the 19th. So, when you're listening to this, you will be getting the birthdays accurately. So, up first, John Stamos. An actor. John Stamos.
Don't know that.
You know John Stamos. Anyway,
give me a character.
57. He's turning 57. John
you don't know either?
I don't. Not off the top of my head.
What was he in?
I'm gonna bring it up for you right here. John Stamos was in. Let me pull up his IMDb here. Give you some big ones that you'll know.
Yeah.
Full House.
Never seen it.
Fuller House.
Never seen it.
Dreams.
Never seen it.
Big Shot.
Never seen it.
Basically, the big ones are Full House and Fuller House.
Okay, move on, because I've never heard of this guy.
Okay, doesn't matter. He's turning 57 years old. Next up, Matthew Perry.
Okay.
From Friends.
I know that one.
He's turning 51. Mr. Bill.
That's not who that is, by the way.
Bill Clinton.
Really?
Is turning 74.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yep. Christina Perry.
Do I know that one?
She's a singer.
I want to say I do know who that is.
I would die every day waiting for
Got
you. Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's turning 34.
Okay.
Melissa Fumero. Sergeant Amy Santiago.
Oh, really? That's her name?
Yes.
I didn't know her name.
She's turning 38.
What's her name?
Melissa Fumero.
Okay. I probably would have known that if I seen the credits screen.
Yeah. Or if you watched any of the opening intro.
That's what I mean, like the credit screen at the beginning.
Yeah. She's turning 38.
Okay.
And should this have been 50 years ago, Coco Chanel.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
The founder of Chanel, the designer brand.
That's the first name is Coco?
Coco Chanel, yeah.
Was that like a nickname, or is that
Her name was Coco Chanel. She was French.
Oh. Yeah. Is that a French name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she passed away in 1971, but she was born in 1883.
Wow.
Yeah, she had a long-ass life. Died in a car accident, I think, actually. I remember watching the movie about it. So, yeah. Happy birthdays to John Stamos, Matthew Perry, Bill Clinton, Christina Perry, Melissa Fumero, and Coco Chanel.
Wow. I was watching a Friends clip the other day.
Did you watch the reunion?
No, I have no interest.
I kind of started watching
But I was watching a clip, and I think it was Matthew Perry's character, so Chandler, right? That's who he was.
Yep.
And he was sitting on the couch in the Central Perk or whatever that restaurant is called they always sit in.
Yeah.
And they were complaining about their bosses, right?
Okay.
It's like, yeah, my boss, like, I really don't think he likes me. And I moved down, like, the list of all the characters, like, yeah, my boss really doesn't like me either. And then the guy who plays Ross is like, yeah, I think it's a trend. Honestly, it's a trend. Bosses just don't like their employees. And then Joey in the back is just like, maybe your bosses would like you if you were at work on Wednesday at 11:30 instead of sitting in a restaurant talking about them. And they'll just kind of get up and go, oh, I guess I better go back to work now.
Yeah.
So, like, I think
Fair
that was
enough.
like a fourth wall break, because the running joke in that show was like, how do these guys have time to sit in this coffee shop all the
day,
time?
every day? Yeah.
And, like, not go to work.
It's a
and
sitcom.
I know, but that was always a running joke.
Yeah, I know.
And so they just called it out. It's like the episode of Fresh Prince where, like, Will Smith is standing there. I think this is in the after credits, not during the episode. But
Yeah.
he looks and goes, yo, if we're so rich, why we got no ceiling? And it just pans up to all the light fixtures and stuff.
That's fair. That is fair, actually. I didn't think
was
about
like
that.
one of the funniest, like, probably fourth wall breaks in, like, all of sitcom history.
I know Family Guy does it a lot.
Mhm.
They do it a lot in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool a lot.
Deadpool
Which is
literally
hilarious.
goes like, that was bad writing.
That was really bad writing. And then they look directly at the camera. Yeah.
Or like, foreshadowing.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of it. And that's why
Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds was the perfect cast for Deadpool.
Literally the best.
You could not have picked anybody better.
I didn't even know, like, Ryan Reynolds that well, because I think there's a couple, like, rom-coms that he's in, so I never
He was
really followed his
Born
career.
in Pickering, I think.
Yeah, he's Canadian. I think he was BC. I don't think it was Ontario.
Mm.
But I never saw Van Wilder in my life until, like, last year.
Funny.
Yeah, so I watched it and I
funny.
was like, oh, this is actually who he is.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
he's
plays himself.
actually-
He's like Seth Rogen and shit. Like, he just plays himself.
Yeah.
He's
so
just a
like,
sarcastic prick.
you know, you're hiring him because he's going to be sarcastic and funny. I never knew that about him until Deadpool came out, and I was like, really, Ryan Reynolds? Because I never actually watched Green Lantern with him in it.
I never watched Green Lantern either, actually.
So I don't know, like, what that kind of movie was like, but I know he's not a fan of it. Like, he ripped up his contract in Deadpool.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember that.
No.
Yeah, so he's like, I think he did anyways, or he did in like a side skit at some other
It's
point.
funny though, regardless.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
What do you
Oh, you
think?
got 2 pages there. Shit,
I just
talk
got a
about-
few. Well, they're long splurge, but I only
Oh, you got
have.
histories.
There's 6 histories.
6 histories.
I usually had more than that. The
6 histories.
6 histories. The last one I had.
Yeah, you had
10.
You could write a fucking textbook, eh?
Yeah, man. That website's good.
Save this book,
I do.
and then when you're done, you can write a textbook on birthdays and history days.
Dick Van Myke, the full anthology. Anyway, let's get some history.
What do we got?
Why don't we?
You're disgusting.
I know. Had beans, so I'm gassy from every end.
Okay.
All right, history, August 19th. The date is August 19th, 1897.
Is it August 19th?
Yes.
Not the 18th.
August 19th.
Not the 20th.
19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
1-9.
Yeah.
10 plus 9.
Got it.
18 plus 1.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't trip me up.
The first.
Sorry, what year?
1897.
1897. Got it.
August 19, 1897. The first electric taxis are driven in London.
Nice.
Electric taxis.
1897?
1897.
Oh, that lines up, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the first like North American electric vehicle came out in like 1912.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they went very far or very fast, but they were cool.
Neither.
Yeah.
They went like maybe, I think like not even like 20 minutes or something. It was like... And knowing those days, you probably had to wind it up like those flashlights.
Get in! Get in! That'll be
like
$8 silver, please.
It's
Yeah.
like a Flintstones fucking car.
Fuck. But yeah, 1897, first electric taxi driven in London.
Not bad.
Not bad, eh? Then 1909.
Okay.
So about 10 years later. This is cool for you. Indianapolis Motor Speedway opens
No shit. That early?
in Speedway, Indiana, which is the home of the Indianapolis 500.
In 1909.
1909, they opened up the Indianapolis Speedway.
Holy shit. So that was only a short window for the shine smugglers then.
Yeah.
Because that's what started racing was moonshiners.
Mm-hmm.
And they would drive really fast through like forests at night with no headlights and shit. And they made a race out of it.
Yeah.
And then...
No, Indianapolis
1909.
Motor Speedway in Indiana. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Not bad, right?
Was that the first track or is that just the first? Is
That
that
was-
first specifically today?
That was just the Motor Speedway. I don't know if it was the first track ever opened, but
I might look into some history there. I want
Yeah,
to see
man.
like how
history's...
because that's a really fast for that time. Like things back then took like years to unfold, whereas like we get a new iPhone every.
Well, I
like,
mean, their
half a year.
race car was probably about as fast as my Sentra. So
Probably a lot slower. But my point is like what I mean by I don't mean fast by like the speed you're going. I mean like the speed of technology.
Oh, yeah.
Evolution of technology. Like, you know, every half a year we have a new iPhone come out.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, back then every time a new phone for your wall came out was probably like every 5 years.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I'm making that up.
Who knows?
But like it was a long time between technology.
Yeah, man.
So that's really fast paced from going from like late 1890s, 1880s to like 1909 for the first race track or first Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, man. Not bad, right?
A fucking slow 500 laps.
Yeah.
You pair it up.
I don't
now,
know if they
it's
were doing the 500 at that
probably
point,
not,
but still.
But it probably couldn't even endure it. They're
Yeah,
probably cars
60
that either overheat.
6 fucking days of racing.
It's the
We're 6 hours in and they've done 4 laps. What an exhilarating race.
the Indianapolis 24-hour.
Look at him. The speed of that Peugeot is absolutely mind-boggling.
Didn't even exist.
What were they? I guess Ford.
Yeah, it would have to have been like Ford, and that was like it. Maybe Chrysler had something going on.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. And then another 30 years. So
And Chevy.
1934.
34.
All right. The first All-American Soapbox Derby was held in Dayton,
No
Ohio.
Shit. The first.
The first ever All-American Soapbox Derby is held in Dayton, Ohio.
So that's cool. There apparently was like a whole thing on Netflix about soapbox racing.
That's fucking hilarious. It's just
And,
wheels in a box.
And Liam was telling me I really should watch it because he's like, it doesn't sound entertaining,
It's 100% entertaining.
but it's like really cool.
oh
to
no, my
see-
brakes don't work, and now I'm doing 30 kilometers an hour down a hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, in a cardboard box, basically.
yeah, basically,
In a plywood coffin.
which is like so cool.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So I
So,
might
yeah.
check out that documentary one day.
And then 1960. This one's pretty cool too, actually. The first commercial atomic energy reactor at the Yankee Atomic Electric Company achieves the first self-sustaining reaction in Row, Massachusetts.
I don't know what any of that means.
So they had their first self-sustaining nuclear reaction going, where they were actually making nuclear power. They didn't have to keep doing something
so-
to it for it to keep running.
Right,
It was
got it.
self-sustaining. So
That's
they just
cool.
started it and it kept going.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What year is that?
1960,
Oh, okay. That's a lot more recent than I thought.
70
but
years
that's
ago.
Still
Yeah,
cool.
still really cool. These next two are actually pretty.
Sorry, you said 1960. That was
70
holy
years ago.
Shit. It's weird to think because like I keep having my mind set as like if it were like we're in 2000.
No, we're in.
So like when I
2020,
hear
dude.
like 1960s, I think, oh yeah, that was only 40 years ago. No, we're 20 years
that would
past
have been
that.
1980 if it was 40 years
I know.
ago, you dumbass.
It's not about the math. It's about the realization that we're in 2021.
Yeah,
not like 2001. Look at you. You should go try out for the Raptors.
I could try out for the Italian NBA team.
Oh yeah, that shirt the sweater you had here.
Oh my god. All right, 2008.
That's recent.
Yeah, pretty recent. The debut album, The Fame by Lady Gaga, is released. Her debut album in 2008. And it ended up winning Grammy Album of the Year and Best Electronic Dance Album.
That's like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, she's done well.
Not doing bad, eh? Well, she was a huge producer before that.
Well, she knew her shit, and she's very talented. She is insanely talented.
She is insanely talented.
Did you ever listen to the
I didn't
album?
I didn't like the meat dress, but her music is good.
Did you ever listen to Cheek to Cheek she did with Tony Bennett?
Mm-mm.
Honestly, fire.
Is it?
It's so good. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, you wouldn't expect it, but she's got like her voice is just fucking amazing.
She's really, really good.
It's unreal.
But aside from albums that we both do already listen to, like when we talk about like Billy Talent or Rise Against, like all the bands that we already do listen to, the only other album I think that you've ever suggested to me that I've enjoyed was the Billy Joe Armstrong and Nora Jones album.
Oh yeah,
when they redid all the Everly Brothers.
That was good too.
Forever.
I did not expect that, and then I looked into that a little bit, and it turns out like Billy Joe's dad, was a bit of like I want to say like bluegrass folky kind of guy.
Oh,
like,
really?
He wasn't a punk. Like Billy Joe became a punk, but like his dad was definitely like for his time, I guess. Wow. A punk for his time.
Well, I mean, did you?
But that album was just amazing.
Have you seen the videos that Billy Joe does with his kids playing like Green Day songs?
I saw a couple. It's kind of cool.
It's pretty sweet.
No, they have their own songs.
Yeah, they do have their own songs, but they've also done like Green Day covers and stuff like that.
It's cool. It's kind of funny.
It's pretty sick.
Like I kind of want that to be my kids and I.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like I hope that my kids are interested in music and take up like drums and bass, and we can just jam in the basement. And
hell yeah!
Piss off their mother all hours of the day. Like
forget fucking 11 o'clock. They have school in the morning.
Forget your homework.
Shut off the fucking Gibsons. Yeah, but that's what I was talking to you about before we started. One of the gentlemen that I work with, who's got to be, I mean, I doubt he's going to be listening to this. He's either in his late 60s, early 70s, the guy. Okay. He's been a luthier for the last almost 40 years.
He's retired?
Retired. He just comes in to work like 2-3 days a week and just like, I guess to get out, right? And he recently just restored a 1928 Gibson.
I want to see pictures of it. You got to get me.
He showed me a couple pictures, but he didn't know how to work his phone very well, so I'm not even going to try to ask him to send me them.
Just take his phone from him and like send them to yourself. I want to see it.
Oh, it looks gorgeous. But let me see if I can try to find a picture of basically what it looks like.
Well, don't worry about it. You can show me later. I don't want to have another picture I have to try and put up in this episode because I already lost track of.
Well, I'll just show you. So essentially, it looks like this.
Oh, he restored one of those?
Yeah. It looks brand new.
What was wrong with it?
All original part. Just the finish was cracking. It had a body crack on the back. Like he repaired all of it.
Wow.
All of it. It looks brand new, like you just fucking bought it off the showroom floor for like $7 in 1928.
Well, he obviously knows what he's doing.
Oh, he does like all. Apparently, that's like his third of that like generation of Gibsons as well. Wow.
That's he's got like serious. So he's held like thousands got like of dollars worth of guitars.
50s, 60s Stratocasters. Like he's apparently he does like a lot of good shit. He does like old violins from like 1915. He showed me a picture of a violin he did from 1915. Wow. Insane. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of guitars that this guy's held.
He gets to work on.
Yeah.
I actually did a pickup swap on one of our buddies' custom guitars. Mm-hmm. And like I was like shaking.
Is this the Kiesel?
Yeah, but it was a 6-string, and like he's sitting over my shoulder, and he's not over my shoulder because he's an over the shoulder kind of guy. Like he was
because he just spent $8,000 on a guitar.
It wasn't that much. It was like less. I think it was like less than 3,500. But he wasn't over my shoulder because he was being an over the shoulder like helicopter. He was just like. He was really interested in it, and it's his new guitar, and he wanted to see like, because I was kind of showing him how to do it too, because the electronic stuff is like pretty easy for me to figure out.
Not that bad, yeah. You've been doing the guitar mapping and stuff for a little while with the schematics.
But I kept saying to him like, and he had to get it refinished as well.
Really?
Because it came to him with some scratches on it.
Oh, okay.
So he sent it back to get it refinished. So like I knew that I couldn't scratch it because then,
he's punching you in the mouth.
But I did leave like a teeny tiny little scratch in it, and he just kind of went, "Yeah, that's whatever." I was like, dude, I'm shaking here. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, and he didn't.
Let me try to do this solder work.
Yeah, literally, I'm like having a tremor. And he's like, I don't want to take the strings off. Is that possible? And I was like,
it's completely not possible.
Well, it
is,
happened.
But it's
we did it,
but it's difficult.
It was really stressful.
Yeah.
Like in my own mind, I was like, keep your composure.
Just detune it, and then you could stretch the strings up a little bit.
It's a headless.
Ooh.
So there's no extra string to work with. You can't like restring it if they come out.
Well, you can, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. See, when I was putting it in, he was like holding the whammy bar down, and like holding the. So he was doing this and lifting the strings. Oh, it's
the only
mess.
guitar I would ever spend
good.
that kind of money for is a Strandberg Bowden.
I'd spend that kind of money on like a Silver Sky or like an American Fender.
I would get a Strandberg Bowden in a fucking heartbeat.
That'd be cool.
They're insanely good. But I
I'm
know
very traditional.
I know just
choices.
the Bowdens, which are their most popular brand that everybody buys when they get a Strandberg. They have like a 2.5-year wait list at this point.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm more of a traditionalist. I need to have a headstock on a guitar that I own.
Oh, I love
and
those
a bridge.
Strandbergs, man.
But I can respect the new
sound is absolutely unparalleled on those things.
I totally know.
Oh.
But
anyway, I do have one last set of
one more
news.
history days.
One more history. So this is from 2020, from last year.
Okay.
Apple becomes the first U.S. company to have a worth of $2 trillion. Just from a 2-year jump from 2018, they hit the $1 trillion mark. They doubled their net worth
in 2 years.
In 2 years.
That's insane.
1 trillion to 2 trillion in 2 years.
Apple fans are fucked.
I love my Apple, man. Yeah, he's blocking his MacBook over there. But you know what? I would never spend that kind of money on that kind of laptop. They are great.
I did not buy this new.
I know. They are great. But I built a PC to end all worlds for less than a MacBook Pro.
Yes. Way less. MacBook Pros are going for like $3,000.
$4,000.
Whatever.
$4,800 for like the big ones.
For a MacBook Pro or for a Mac Pro?
For a MacBook Pro. The Mac Pros are like $7,000.
I thought the MacBook Pros are going for like 26 or 28.
Yeah, for the little ones. Once you get into like the terabyte hard drive and like the.
Oh, that's all not necessary.
Well, I mean,
it is, but it's.
How fast did you fill up a terabyte?
Like, not yet.
Because I filled up my terabyte and like mine's full already.
I did a 500, but I'm at a terabyte between both my hard drives. But I upgraded to a 2 terabyte secondary.
That's one thing I do want to ask you because I do want to upgrade my storage. Anyway, that's it for the histories. So now we're gonna bicker a little bit. But
yeah, I got a few minutes.
In terms of, do you have 2 hard drives or did you just upgrade your one?
I have 2.
You have 2.
I have a solid state and an M.2.
Do you have to pick which hard drive it saves to, or does it just add up to like total storage?
No, you add it. So you have your C drive.
Yeah.
You just make it another drive.
Okay.
So I have a C drive and a D drive.
Oh, okay. So you would have to pick where to put it.
Then if I add another one because I have space for one more, I think on my board, I would just make it like an E or an F drive because my external hard drive it always picks it up as an E drive. So if I was to add another one, I would just make it like the F drive. Okay. I think you can literally have like as many as you want. It just goes like alphanumeric. So it's probably, I've never seen anyone that has one past like the alphanumeric structure. So I've never known anyone that's gone like down the list. I don't know how far it goes. I don't know if it stops at like G, H, whatever. I don't know if it stops at Z.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I didn't know how that works.
It's just another drive in your menu on my computer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because I do want to upgrade my storage. I want to put another terabyte, maybe, or get another 2 terabyte.
I would say get a 2, and I'll recommend you want to have one of mine that is not causing any problems and it wasn't super expensive.
Well, I know. You literally just have to like screw it in. Basically.
Well, then you got to set it up.
What do you mean set it up?
There's a little bit of setup involved.
Oh, is there?
On the
so maybe I'll have to get you to help me. But I did order a fan splitter. So that I can get all 3 of my front case fans working finally.
Good.
I mean, I've never had a problem with fucking temperature.
Are they all at the same speed though?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
They're all in sequence. So I got a fan splitter because my my board only had room for the 2. Mm-hmm. Plus I have 2 case fans as well.
Yeah, you can fit more fans than me. I can only fit 4.
I can fit, if I wanted to, I could do 2 on the top, 2 on the back, and 3 in the front.
Yeah. I can only fit 4. 1 on the back, 1 on the top, 2 in the front.
Okay. Yeah, but you only have a mini tower and I have a mid tower.
Yeah. Because I wanted to limit myself because I didn't want to have the room to expand on it so much, so I didn't spend a lot of money, which worked in my favor.
I mean, dude, I am so satisfied with the way my build is. The only thing I upgraded from my original thing was the CPU cooler because I was having a lot of problems with the CPU temp.
Yeah, well, you definitely needed that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I went overkill with the CPU cooler still, but...
No, you're good for a long time.
Oh, I'm very good.
You did go overkill, but it was worth it.
It's overkill, but now, even if I do want it to go to a bigger CPU, I just...
Yeah, and I, like, your CPU, your cooler probably wouldn't even fit in my computer.
It barely fits in mine.
I know. It was kind of fun installing it.
It was. We had a good time. We just had a few drinks, installed it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking pumped with the steering wheel. I just want to go home and drive more.
You
know what? I got the girlfriend driving.
Oh,
I got her playing dirt, and she's like, damn, this shit feels like a real car. And she's driving around. She's like, I want to try to flip it. And she's like hitting fucking bumps at like 90 miles an hour and shit. Like
my girlfriend did take a 2-minute test at it. She was like, I don't really like it, but it is cool. I wish I could go home and play it, but I'll be uploading this. But when I'm done, depending on what time it is, I'll definitely
I won't be driving until tomorrow night. And then I'll be, because I got to stay up all night anyway tomorrow night. So I'll be driving again from when I get home to whenever I go to sleep. Oh, yeah. But it's so cool because like you put your playlist on. You just cruising, put the window down.
Cruising.
Dude, it's awesome. And I know it's so simple. And I don't know why it's so entertaining.
It's so funny that you just like, I don't know. I'm going to try it and I'm going to feel the same way next week. I know it.
Because I know you're looking at me, you're like,
I think you're a fucking
what a
idiot.
fucking loser. You're just driving on the fucking highway. But
then you're also driving a semi, so I can see how there's a novelty there.
It's so cool. It's so cool. But there is a decent bit of setup to get the thing working properly.
Yeah, I probably will do it when I have free time, which apparently is never.
It took me a good 10-15 minutes to get everything set up properly with like comfortable with the steering wheel. You have to set it so
that's not that long at all.
It does full rotation and everything like that. Like it's not just like the
because that's what racing is.
Yeah. But it's awesome. It's so much fun.
Oh, that's good.
I have a blast playing that shit. Oh. What do you think?
That's it. I'm good.
You got any conclusions? You got anything you want to touch on?
Yeah, bro. Just if you have a dog or you're at someone's house that has a dog, check your feet before going inside. Like,
and check the floor for cat puke.
And check the floor for cat puke, because you never know. You just never know what kind of day you're gonna have. You wake up really groggy, walk to the bathroom, and just, and it's.
Yeah.
And then you gotta like clean your floor, and then you're late for work.
I mean, I've never stepped in it, but I know my dog has come up to me a few times, like right after I finish getting ready for like going to a job interview or going somewhere, and I'm dressed up nice and I got like the cologne on, and then she jumps on my lap and throws up in my crotch.
So you learn to get ready earlier now.
Well, no, I just learned to not let the dog sit on my lap when
before you're about to leave.
Before I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. So that's my takeaway this week is
get your pet spayed and neutered.
That, but also don't step in it.
I'm tired.
You just woke up.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't go to bed until like noon today, and then fucking night shift, man. But I am working on getting a new job, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good for you.
Then I'll have more free. Then I'll have more free time for truck sim.
Sounds good.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Everybody, thank you for listening to today's episode. Remember, we do have stickers. If you do want one of Dick's band stickers with our sticker as well, we can include one of those. Yeah. All you have to do is reach out to us.
Just ask.
Just ask.
Ask the question.
Ask the damn question. Jesus. Anyway, where can they find the show, Mr. Dick?
They can find the show on so many places. Oh my God. We got Amazon, Google, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those places. You can look us up. We're called the DvM Myke Show, and you should be able to find us. There's no other podcast like it. We're one of a kind in name and in nature. And make sure you hit those subscribe, follow, or reminder buttons, whatever it's got on their platform. Whatever button it is that allows it to auto-download for you so you can listen to it in the morning, hit that. So that way when you wake up Thursday morning and you're driving to work, you can listen to our bullshit. You can find the show for socials on Facebook and Instagram at the DvM Myke Show and on Twitter at DvM Myke.
Boom.
And
where can they find you?
They can find me at Richard Harknett on Instagram. which evidently the shoutouts at the end of each episode has not done well for my personal Instagram, but that's okay.
I haven't got a single follower, don't worry. But I mean, I did notice as well, and we'll mention this, look out in the descriptions of the episode as well. I noticed you did put in the link tree as well
I've
now,
been doing that lately.
which is on all the streaming platforms as well as on our Instagram as well.
I got to update the link tree, but all the socials there.
Perfect.
So what is yours, kid?
M.A. D'Alessandro with 1 L and 2 S's, 20 on Instagram. And
All
there
one
you will,
word?
All one word.
No
And
spaces?
No spaces.
No dots?
Nope.
No hyphens?
Nope.
No underscores?
Nothing.
No squiggly lines?
No.
No stars?
There is an upside down question mark.
Money signs?
No.
Because you're e-money?
I'm joking. But
Or
e-money.
Myke money?
Myke money.
Myke.
Young money is
Young
what they
money.
called me in school. But yeah, so then on my Instagram as well, you will find the links to the show as well as to all our streaming endeavors. Hashtag #ScuddaHouse. And that's about it. I'm going to be streaming some truck sim tomorrow probably. You guys can just watch me drive.
All right, done.
Yeah, man.
You gonna banter a little bit to make it more entertaining,
Of
or we're just
course.
gonna watch you drive?
Watch me drive. I'll have some music going. Just having some chats.
All right, done.
Yeah, dog. Anyway,
Looking forward to it.
everybody have a fantastic Thursday. We'll see you next week.
A thrilling Thursday.
Thrilling Thursday.
Fantastic Friday.
Super enthusiastic Thursday.
Wow. Okay, Sylvester.
Yeah. Suffering succotash.
Peace out.
Bye.